Hey, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jesse.
And you're watching Tesla Time News.
Episode 92
on Now You Know. All right, so before we get started, Jesse, I would like to play this video from Dr. Masood. He is in California, and, well, take it away, Dr. Masood.
Hello, EV enthusiasts. This is Dr. Masood from Soft Touch Chiropractic, and I came up with an idea to support Tesla. Since I'm a Tesla fan and I'm also an EV enthusiast, I was thinking how to support that company. You know, I own some share of Tesla, but not really, not much, not significant. I cannot afford to buy Model X or S or A or even Model 3, but I saw Elon Musk tries to make it attractive to work for Tesla by, trying to make roller coaster, making yogurt shop or ice cream shop. And I'm thinking, what if all the business owners that are Tesla fan offer something significant, not just sample, but something significant that Tesla employee can use and makes it really attractive to work for Tesla, which is, I'm sure it already is. And the offer is like that. I, as a chiropractor, can offer a free exam and 3 free adjustments for all the Tesla employees, as long as they can prove that they are Tesla employee. And if you're a business owner that owns, let's say, massage place, or you own a hairstyle, you are a hairstylist, or you are, God knows, even plumber, God knows what you have. If you are a self-employed or business owner, I would encourage you to create this movement to help Tesla to make it so attractive work for Tesla that it creates this movement, because we believe not just to selling car to profit, for profit, but selling car because we believe in something bigger, and Tesla believes something bigger than just sell cars. I'm trying to come up with idea to actually make it better and somehow help Elon Musk in his quest for a better world. Thank you for listening and watching. I'm trying to put this video wherever I can and send it to whoever I can who listens. Thank you.
It's a pretty interesting idea.
I think, I think it's a really great idea, and I think we should pick up the torch and, well, we've created something from his idea. So it's definitely, this is Dr. Masood's idea. We're going to take it just one step further. We're calling this Be Free.
And so what does that stand for?
It stands for Businesses for Rewarding Elon Employees.
So not just Tesla.
No, we figured, all of his companies, if we're talking about the Boring Company, SpaceX, Neuralink, they're all doing amazing things. They should all be rewarded.
Okay.
So if you are any of those employees that work for Elon, you will be able to get benefits from companies. And we figured we need a place where people can go and find this out, right? So we've set up a website, or I should say Nick, our amazing IT computer guru, has set up the website, and it's going to be a lot like our Supercharger review website, where there'll be a map, and you can, if you're a business, you can put in your information, it'll pop up on the map, and then it'll be searchable. So if you're a Tesla employee or a SpaceX employee, you'll be able to go on there and see what kind of offers are available to you. We're going to pop an offer on there. So we have a poster company, you and I, posterenvy.com, and if you are one of those employees, you can have 2 free posters. You just have to pay for shipping and handling, and they'll be yours for free. So go over to posterenvy.com and check out, there's a Be Free section. You'll be able to read about it, and there'll be a little verifier to make sure that you're that employee.
So any posters on the website?
Yeah.
Well, we're starting it off, but we definitely need more businesses to join. So if you own a business, or if you know of someone who owns a business, or if you know someone who knows someone who owns a business, let's get this all set up. Let's make this happen.
And to help you along, we're going to feature a business every week on the show, so that it's a good kind of incentive to give a really good deal, because we'll pick kind of the best deals and feature them on the show. So yeah, head over to the Now You Know website right now. The link's down below, and put your business right there.
All right, so let's go to the Patreon comment of the week.
Shouldn't we do some more news stories?
Well, I think we're going to need to do this one first.
Okay. So I guess our Patreon comment of the week was, what will be in the Tesla next-gen Roadster SpaceX option package? You remember that we reported on this yesterday that Elon said that there's going to be this SpaceX option package.
Right.
And I guess some of the answers we got here were ejector seats. That would be probably illegal, but cool. And
We got Spy Hunter oil slick button.
oh, yeah, that would be... Well, except it would use oil.
It would use oil. Ew.
Maybe vegetable oil.
Let's see. The next one is from Elon Musk. He sent it to us in a tweet. Wait a minute.
You're talking about Elon's tweet where he said the SpaceX option package for the new Tesla Roadster will include, get this, 10 small rocket thrusters arranged seamlessly around car. These rocket engines dramatically improve acceleration, top speed, braking, and cornering. Maybe they will even allow a Tesla to fly.
I think that's a little bit out there. I think that that this Elon guy probably doesn't quite understand Tesla or what's going on.
No, this is Elon Musk. He just said this is going to be an option package for the next gen Roadster. 10 thruster rockets.
Wait.
Let's keep reading his other tweets.
Let's do some digging here.
Okay. Read this next one. He's talking about a COPV, and you taught me what a COPV is.
Right.
Basically a tank.
Right.
He's
a very high pressure tank.
Right. So he's going to fill this one with air while the car is running, and then those rocket thrusters are going to shoot out air, compressed air. So read this tweet.
Okay, so he said that the trade is just that Roadster becomes a 2-seater instead of a 2+2. The COPV in place of the kids' seats, which is probably wise for many reasons.
Well, why don't we read this tweet
Okay.
from our friend Fred Lambert over at Electrek. He said, wait, so you were not kidding? And Elon said, yes.
Okay.
He's not kidding.
Okay, so then,
this is real.
So 10, there's a reason why you'd need 10 rocket thrusters, not
Yes.
because you'd put them all in the back.
Wait, why wouldn't you put them all in the back?
So he said that it could improve acceleration, braking,
And cornering.
And cornering.
How could it do that if it's pushing you forward?
So the SpaceX package, so it would basically work like a spacecraft's reaction control thrusters.
Okay.
Where it would basically be able to, using the thrusters, like turn your car, slow you down.
Wait, so there's going to be
And accelerate.
thrusters on the front and on the sides?
I think so.
That's
So-
why it needs 10?
Yes, I think. I'm not sure if he would use it for downforce. I think you could potentially use it for downforce as well. So you could do, but you know what also would, what this would mean?
That we're going to be driving...
No, you could actually put this in space and it would be able to maneuver around.
Oh.
I mean, you'd have to have a full tank. So let's just talk about this whole system here. I think that a lot of people are going to be confused by this and be like, he's going to put rocket fuel in your car. Isn't this an electric car? Isn't that the point? It's not. No rocket fuel in here. This is just super compressed air.
Right.
So you have an electric pump that's compressing the air basically all the time until it's full.
Right. You know what just occurred to me?
What?
We're going to have this car
Yes.
with rockets on it.
It's going to have
We're going to have a
rockets.
rocket Roadster.
Yeah. That's a little scary.
That's really scary.
It's
I was
really
already really scared about driving this car.
That's true.
It's a $250,000 car. It goes 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds. Now you're telling me
It's going to go
faster than that.
Well, the good news is that it'll be able to brake faster. It's going to be able to corner better. It's basically going to be able to, if you're actually sliding out, it's going to be able to shoot air, out. And then Newton's third law, you're going to be pushed in, so you're going to be able to corner better.
I can't. My brain's not accepting this reality.
Right. It's way too much. That's
getting a
too much.
headache.
You don't need, this is too much car. I don't think anyone's ever done this before. Mythbusters have strapped JATO rockets to cars before.
Right.
But this
This
is
is a production car.
This is a production car.
This is insane.
This is
We have to
insane.
move on. I can't.
It's
My brain's gonna
too
explode.
cool.
All right, let's just handle something that's nice and simple, like autopilot.
Right. Full autonomy,
Yeah,
right?
that's easy. I can wrap my head around that. So this was a tweet to Elon. It said, speaking of merging the autopilot, the biggest issue I have noticed is that when two lanes merge and it is rush hour traffic, the autopilot is not able to decide to let the car slightly ahead of the neighboring lane go ahead, and I invariably find myself cornered. And Elon said, that issue is better in latest autopilot software rolling out now and fully fixed in August update as part of our long-awaited Tesla version 9. To date, autopilot resources have rightly focused entirely on safety. With version 9, we will begin to enable full self-driving features.
So August.
August, my friends.
August. This year.
Yes.
How insane is this?
Yes.
For my whole life, it has always been someday. Someday, maybe 20, maybe 10, 15, 20,
my
30,
birthday's in
40
August.
years in the future.
This could be my birthday present.
Right. This is insane.
Wow.
I can't believe that he is saying that it'll be ready in August.
I can't either. Because remember, he promised, that it might be in December of last year.
Right.
And then in February, he said it'll be in 4 to 6 months. So, yeah, this seems like it's right on time.
Right.
For Elon time.
And now why... I mean, he originally said that this would be last December.
Right.
Which was
We're a little
almost
late,
6 months
that's
ago.
because he was in the middle of Model 3 production hell. And I give him a few months there.
So you think that basically he had to take people off of
I feel like he had to put a
autonomy
lot of resources, either his own brain or other people, into getting that figured out. And now that that's getting there, I think he's able to focus back on what he said he could do. This means that we're probably looking at that LA to New York autonomous trip coming up in August.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just 3 years after our, East Coast to West Coast to East Coast trip.
Yeah. So we got a bunch of European stories to cover. Let's do them kind of quickly here. The first is that in the city of Hamburg, Germany, they have banned diesel cars below Class 5 from 2 city streets, and this is to help reduce pollution levels. It has also caused an unforeseen problem. Here it is.
Are those... This is just a parking lot, is what you're showing me?
No, those aren't...
Some kind of
I
weird
thought,
German parking lot?
No, those are city streets.
Oh, so that's traffic.
That's traffic.
Oh,
and it's
okay.
really bad traffic because now that diesel trucks and cars can't ride on 2 of these main city streets, they've got to find other routes, and it's causing traffic, which...
It kind of defeats the purpose of the
right,
problem,
because now
you're just moving the pollution to other streets.
Right. So, I mean, I'm all in favor of the bans because they're trying to solve this problem, but I do want to say that, like, you get these unforeseen
right, and
results.
this only causes backlash against the people who put it in place. It's not, no one's blaming the diesel cars in this case. They're just saying like, hey, there's traffic and you caused it.
Right.
I hate you.
Right.
Instead of being like, let me get to the deeper root of this problem as I'm sitting in traffic.
Right. So, I mean, there's a better solution probably. This is called Project Heat, and this is going to be coming in Hamburg in the spring of 2019. These are going to be, it's Hamburg Electric Autonomous Transportation. These are going to be autonomous EV buses. And that's a good solution to diesel pollution. Let's go on to Porsche, which has a slight problem.
Okay.
And the problem is that they can't meet the new Euro 6 Harmonized Light Vehicle Test Procedure Real Driving Emissions Euro 6 emission regulations. So those are the stricter diesel regulations.
I can't even read all of it.
I know. It's Wilpelt's RDE. Anyway, they can't meet the new restrictions, and so they had to stop selling their cars.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you just say that Porsche had to stop selling their cars?
Yeah, they temporarily suspended the sale of their new vehicles in Europe, in all of Europe, because they can't meet the new standards. And in fact, BMW and Volkswagen were also included. They had to halt some of their offerings as well. The BMW 7 Series, X5, BMW M3, for instance, couldn't sell their cars because they don't meet the regs. These are regulations that were passed last September and go into full effect this September of 2018. And speaking of Dieselgate, we've got Daimler-Gate. So the German Federal Transport Minister, Andreas Scheuer, has threatened Daimler, according to newspaper Der Spiegel, with a penalty of 3.75 billion euros. That's 5,000 euros per car on 750,000 cars that they say don't meet the requirements. But some good news in Germany. The German federal government is proposing a new law that would give incentives for electric trucks. These are trucks that are 7.5 tons and over, and they would give a 40,000 euro tax credit. They would waive the yearly tolls for these electric trucks. I say that, if you're a German citizen, you contact your local representative, call them up and be like, honk, honk, 10-4, Big Daddy. I'm all in favor of electric trucks.
Maybe just, you could probably speak German.
Oh,
You'd probably be the better idea.
Maybe put in the comments below how you would say that in German.
Okay. Air pollution from cars and trucks in the UK costs £6 billion every year, according to a new report by researchers at the universities of Oxford and Bath.
Is that the weight of the pollution you're talking about?
No, this is the cost in British
6 billion pounds
sterling. Yes.
every year.
Every year. And we're not just talking like, you know, the maintenance or the petrol or the oil changes. No. We're talking about the health impacts.
Oh, that's 6 billion pounds of health impacts on the people of the UK?
Of people in the UK, yes.
So how much is that per vehicle?
That's nearly 8,000 pounds per vehicle. Diesel cars is nearly double.
So that means when you go to buy your car, they should actually add that to the price of the car because that's what you're going to cause people's health to go up. Like,
right. Every car essentially is causing 8,000 pounds of damage to people's lungs and otherwise in health.
wow. According to Dr. Christian Brand from the University of Oxford, he said cars and vans are responsible for 10,000 early deaths each year, and diesel vehicles are the main problem.
And again, these deaths are not from traffic accidents. They are not from carbon monoxide poisoning. These are just from indirect health effects.
And you know, that's probably what's led to a 23.6% drop in diesel sales in the UK compared to the same month a year ago. So basically in May of 2018, there was a 23.6% drop in diesel sales.
Okay, but wait, that's probably just because all car sales dropped.
You would think so, but all car sales as a whole went up by 3.4%. So actually, more people were buying cars.
Wow. So
this is the 14th consecutive month that diesel car sales have fallen.
Wow. So if they're not buying diesel cars, what are they buying?
Hybrid and electric car sales have risen 36.1% last month.
Wow.
So Brits get it.
They're starting to, at least.
Yeah.
I think we just need more studies like this that show the health impacts of driving around, because you can't see it. You can't feel it. You can't, like, it's not like a car drives by and you're all of a sudden like, oh, I feel much weaker now. You're like, oh, that was a car.
Right.
And slowly I'm dying.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's sad. All right, what is this?
This is a new video game.
Oh, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
I want to play it. What's it called?
It's, oh, wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. I got confused. This is not a video game.
It's not a video
No,
game?
this is...
But there's people flying.
Right. Well, this is from Uber. They just revealed a flying taxi prototype. And basically they said that it's going to be affordable for normal people and they're going to be electric.
That's exciting. So they're going to start with pilots, and then as regulations allow, they're going to go to autonomous.
Yeah. I do have many questions which aren't answered in this nice marketing piece.
What is that?
Which what?
That autonomous car there.
Oh, well, that's their Volvo fully autonomous car.
I feel like the marketing people shouldn't have left that in there.
I feel like I've seen that car somewhere before.
Where did
right?
we see that car?
Oh, right.
It killed somebody.
It killed somebody.
Yeah, I think that
would have just chosen a different car.
Cut that scene out.
Yeah, I mean, geesh.
All right, so last Wednesday, some shorts got busted.
What does that mean?
We've talked about short sellers of Tesla stock, people who sell the stock and then buy it later, hoping the stock will fall. Well, the stock went up 9.7%, so they lost $1 billion in one day.
$1 billion?
Yes, they did. You know, these bears have lost $5 billion since 2016 because it's one of the market's most shorted stocks.
$5 billion? Invest your money in something. You could start a company for you could start 10 companies for $5 billion.
Yeah, and then the funny thing is, after they short the stock, they eventually have to buy the stock back. So, busted.
Wow. Busted. So, I mean, it's just a really roundabout way of buying Tesla stock,
right,
is what you're saying.
It's a way of losing money first and then investing in the
right.
company. All right, here's a story that's going to make you mad.
Okay.
You know how you work really hard and you pay your taxes. You're good.
I do.
Taxpayer.
I do pay my taxes. I paid a lot of taxes.
Well, get this. The U.S. is still subsidizing fossil fuels to the tune of $27 billion a year. I know you're thinking across the pond there. You're thinking, well, not us. We're immune to that. Well, the G7 countries, which includes the United States, but also Canada, Great Britain, Italy, Japan, France, Germany, we're all subsidizing fossil fuels to the tune of $100 billion a year.
Every year?
Every year. Your tax dollars are just being shelled out. In fact, you know what you should do? Just drive to a gas station, drop your wallet on the ground, and say, "You're welcome," and leave. Because that's what you're basically doing all the time.
Okay, but a subsidy, I mean, we get the money back, right? Like it's sort of like a loan or
Well, you
something?
get it back
like,
in cheaper gas prices. Basically, it's bringing down the price of gas about 19 cents a gallon. And this means that in the U.S., you're giving you $83 a person for every man, woman, and child in the United States. That's not even just all the taxpayers, it's everybody. $83, all of you, just take it out of your wallet
83,
and go
every
to the gas
man,
station.
woman, and child.
Yep, go to the gas station, give it to them, because that's what you're basically doing.
every year. Whether you drive a gas car, whether you bike, whether you drive an EV, whether you have never left your house.
Now, why I'm telling you this story.
Wait. We pay gas taxes.
Yep.
We pay like a lot of money in gas tax, which goes directly. It's the number on the pump.
Every time you buy gas, you're paying, a state gas tax and a federal gas tax. If you live in Europe, you're paying a huge gas tax. Yep, you are.
So basically, it doesn't make the price cheaper than 19 cents. They're getting you right there.
Oh yeah, they're getting it both ways. You're just helping the oil companies,
and it's just free money.
It's free money.
It's free,
and it allows them to say, "Oh, look how cheap we are compared to other things."
Right.
But here's the thing: it's your money. You can do something about it. You can contact your representative and say, "Knock it off. Stop doing this. Don't put that in your next budget. I don't want to give this to oil companies." And if enough of us do that, they will stop doing it. That's how it stops. I know you think I'm just one person, Zach. Come on, it's not going to happen. Yeah, you're just one person. But if we all start doing it, they'll stop it because we have representative governments. These G7 countries are all representative democracies.
That's true. So I mean, just go look down at the number of views on this show. That's the number of people who could be contacting representatives.
And I got to tell you, if tens of thousands of people contacted the representatives, it would change something.
Right. So I mean, and don't just you do it. Have your friends do it.
Yeah.
Have your mom do it.
It's going to take 5 or 10 minutes.
Everyone that you know.
I will be honest. It'll take as long as it would take to drink a cup of coffee. But when you're done, you're going to feel good. You're going to go around all day going, "You know what I did today, Bob? I wrote a letter to my rep."
Right. And not only that, you're going to be saving people, everyone that you know, including yourself, $83 a year if we can get this to actually happen.
Yeah.
At least if you live in the United States.
If I paid you $83, would you do it? There you go. All right, Jesse, what are the top 3 selling EVs with batteries in the U.S.?
Let's see. We got the Tesla Model 3, we got the Tesla Model S, and we got the Tesla Model X.
There you go.
1, 2, 3.
Bada bing.
3SX.
What do you think of that?
This is, okay, I just want to, people don't quite understand what the Model 3 is going to do. When the Prius came out, at first, you maybe saw like 1 or 2 Priuses around.
Prii.
Whatever. You'd see a couple of them.
Yeah.
And now they're
everywhere.
everywhere. It's like half of everyone owns a Prius.
Right.
And the people who bought Priuses in the very beginning, they bought them because they were energy efficient.
Are you bringing this up because the Prius is on the chart here?
The Prius is on the chart.
Where is it on the chart?
It's number 2 if you encountered PHEVs,
right?
Hybrids.
The Model 3 is beating it.
The Model 3 is beating the Prius.
So you're saying
in sales.
So you're saying it's the Prius killer?
It is the Prius killer. It costs roughly the same as a Prius.
Yep. It's cooler looking.
It's way better look. I mean, I dare you to
go ahead.
Tell
comment
anyone.
Below. No, comment below that the Prius looks
comment
better.
below
Go ahead.
and just see how that goes.
Is the Prius faster?
No, it's not. It doesn't have anywhere near the pep. I mean, get into Prius and put the pedal to the floor, and then count to 10. And you'll be going maybe 30. It's just like the difference.
And the thing is, like, this is a good thing because the Prius it runs on gasoline.
Everyone who bought a Prius did it for the right reasons.
Good for you.
There was no other option at the time that could actually work. Like,
exactly.
Maybe you could buy a Leaf, but like maybe you had to do stuff.
Right. No.
Right. Like maybe you had to do more than just commuting to a 10-mile away job every day.
Right.
And so people bought the Prius. It saved them money.
Yep.
Fuel costs and stuff like that. The Model 3 is just a better Prius.
Right.
Prius is basically, I mean...
So what Jesse is saying is if you're driving a Prius now, your next car, really seriously think about the Model 3. All right, so there's been a lot of news coverage lately about the number of people who are dropping off the Model 3 reservation list. And in fact, there's this company called Second Measure, which claims that the Tesla Model 3 refunds are going out faster than the Model 3 reservations are coming in. Let's take a look at this chart here.
Okay.
Now, media picked up on this and like, aha, see, 23% of the people have stopped, they want their refund.
Right. So this is a chart. And the chart's built with numbers. And where are they getting their numbers?
That's what I've got a problem with. So Second Measure, that basically when you put $1,000 down on a Model 3, that goes in,
I did that.
That's in there. It's in an account right now that Tesla holds.
Cool.
And there's only 2 ways for that money to leave.
Yeah.
You either ask for a refund and the 1,000 comes out, or they give you a car and the 1,000 comes out.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Okay. So up until this point, if the number went up and down, you could easily, using just simple math, know how many people put money in and how many people took money out.
Oh, because there were no cars being delivered.
No cars being delivered.
Right.
But
okay,
as soon
for like
as
a year and a half,
right.
that was the case.
But as soon as they started delivering cars, which happened late last year, then unless we know the exact delivery numbers for that given month, we don't know how many deliveries took place, which would have been how many thousands of dollars came out of the fund.
Well, you just take the number, right? You just take the number of deliveries.
Except that Tesla doesn't release those numbers except on a quarterly basis. So what this company's done is they've waited till the end of the quarter, and we don't have numbers yet from Tesla, and they're coming up with numbers that Tesla themselves say don't align with their own internal figures. So it's basically just a guess. They say that 23% of the people received a refund, and I don't know where they get those numbers from, and neither does Tesla. So how does the mass media pick up on this? I could come up with a report and make up some numbers too.
It's true.
This is what I don't understand.
Well, you don't have a cool name like
Second Measure. How about Count Twice?
There you go. Start it.
So Count Twice says,
right.
But what I do want to point out is, what other car company has 450,000 people waiting with money down to get the car?
And plus, let's say 23% have dropped their reservation. That's still hundreds of thousands of people waiting for their Model 3.
Yep.
They have money in an account, $1,000 in an account that's holding their spot.
Right.
Including me.
Right.
Sitting there. I'm waiting. I'm actually not waiting. I'm just waiting to have enough money to buy one. Even if they're right, it's still ridiculous.
Well, and
also,
also,
what's the story? Like, some people...
It's grasping for straws.
It's ridiculous. All right, so on this show, we like to talk about electric vehicles. Go figure.
Yeah, this
Here's
is a cool one.
Yeah, this is a new electric vehicle. This Kia released the Niro CUV at the 2018 Busan International Motor Show in Korea.
And what's exciting is we've been seeing the concept, but now here's a real car. It's got a range of 450 kilometers or 280 miles, and that's with a 64 kilowatt hour battery. You can also get a smaller battery for, it's a 39 kilowatt hour battery, which will give you 300 kilometers or 186 miles of range. This is capable of a 100 kilowatt charge rate. Some of the stats here, it's got front wheel drive, it's got a 150 kilowatt motor with 395 Newton meters of torque. It goes 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 7.8 seconds. Now, this is
a solid EV.
Yeah, exactly.
Solid.
It's got a starting price of $40,000 for the big battery. So not for the wimpy battery. That's for the big battery. And it'll go on sale in Korea during the second half of 2018, and then it'll follow up in Europe in due course, they said. That's
sweet.
exciting. Yeah,
I'm excited about this car. Now, the 64 kilowatt hours for 280 miles.
Yeah.
That's being generous.
Yeah, I mean, this is from the manufacturer. This is not EPA rated miles.
But I will say anywhere above 200, and this is certainly above 200,
does the trick.
I am happy with.
Yep. All right, it's time for the lightning round.
Here we go. All right, so Porsche's Mission E all-electric vehicle has just become the Taycan.
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
Taycan? Is that really how you pronounce it?
I guess.
Taycan?
Taycan?
Taking out the trash?
Daimler has unveiled 2 battery-powered trucks for the U.S. market. They are going to be making the E-Cascadia, which is a highway hauler, has a range of 250 miles, and the smaller EM2, which has a range of about 230 miles and is designed for local markets and local deliveries.
I like this quote here. "We are the undisputed global leaders of the trucking industry, and we intend to remain in that position with electric trucks and buses."
Have they not heard of 2 companies? BYD and Tesla.
Yeah.
I thought they said that it was physically impossible to even do.
Well, they said that it was physically impossible to get the range that they have on the Tesla.
Oh, right.
And clearly because they're half the range
Right.
of the long-range Tesla
But,
hauler.
I mean, these are going to be made any minute now, right?
Ooh, that's an interesting point. They're going to be releasing a fleet of 30 e-Cascadias
Doesn't roll off the tongue.
and EM2 trucks with customers this year, and then they plan to begin production in 2021. 2 years after Tesla plans. Now, let's say that Tesla has a slow rollout, huh? Maybe. What?
That's their hope.
I guess that's what they're banking
That's our
on.
marketing plan.
We're banking on Elon time.
SpaceX has filed a draft environmental report released by the Kennedy Space Center. Take a look at this, Jesse. This is going to be their 300-foot tall, world-class tower that's going to be over the launch center.
It looks really familiar. I'm just like, is it from... Have I seen this before? This
I don't know.
structure?
Where have you seen it?
It's not... It's like the Flintstones? No, it's not
Jetsons? Jetsons.
Yeah. Hey, look at that.
Yeah, you're right. SpaceX estimates that they will eventually be able to do 63 landings a year of the Falcon 9 and the Falcon Heavy boosters.
Wow.
They also plan to have their historic space vehicles on display in the garden, kind of like the rocket garden that's there
own
now.
rocket garden.
Yeah, their own rocket garden. That'll be really fun. So guess what's arrived in Italy? Waymo.
Is that a new Italian word?
Waymo.
Waymo!
Watch out for Waymo.
It's okay.
Andiamo.
Okay.
We're Italian.
We're Italian.
We can say it.
Italian American.
We're speaking our language.
fine.
Paisan. Yeah, no, this is Waymo, I guess, announcing their arrival in Italy. Now, they're just on a test track right here, but maybe they're going to be making some bigger announcement. I'm pretty excited. Because anything that improves Italian driving, no offense, but really, come on, really.
I don't think that's going to work.
You don't think it's going to work?
No.
You think they're just going to...
in big trouble.
I'd love to
It
see.
shows the wrong country. Start in Switzerland or something. Jeez.
All right, it's time for our video contributor story. And this is our friend from Courant. Remember, he's started a new YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You guys need to go check it out. And he's doing a story on Navly. So take it away.
Hi Zach and Jesse, my name is Jean. I'm from France, and today I would like to talk about a company called Navia. It's a technological company specialist and leader in intelligent mobility. This company is specialized in development of 100% autonomous transport, and it's fully electric. As you might recognize, I live in Lyon, and this company came out with their model Arma. It's a kind of like minibus, and here the Arma is part of the fleet of Navly transportation. Besides Lyon, this company has deployed 45 vehicles across the whole world. So the company Navia and Keolis is in charge of this experimentation. And major investors and sponsors are La Métropole de Lyon and Citral. Citral and Métropole de Lyon are responsible for every single solution of transportation in Lyon and all urban areas. So the Navly goes for about 1.3 kilometers, which is 0.8 miles long. It has 5 stops to serve different parts of Neighbor. Basically it goes from the mall of the Confluence, and it goes almost up to the Museum of Confluence. So a couple interesting specifications here. It has a 33 kWh battery, which allows it to have about 9 hours of autonomy. It goes for about 25 km per hour, which is 15.5 miles per hour. It has 15 kW motor, which allows it to go up to 45 km per hour, but usually they restrict the usage of it at 25 km. Arma has 4 lidars in total, which is 2 lidars in front and 2 lidars in back. This vehicle is totally symmetric, and it has as well cameras and GNSS antennas, which allows communication between GPS and reference points to be able to know precisely where it is at the moment. This vehicle is quite comfortable and very interesting. If any one of you has a chance to be in Lyon, I advise you to try it out. It's really a unique experience. So that's it for today. Thank you for having me here. Hope you enjoyed. Now you know.
I love how he integrated the Navly footage and his own footage and told the story of how he is using this bus in his hometown of Lyon.
Yeah, and I just want to remind everyone that you can make your own video contributor story, and we will play it on this show. So if you're interested, contact us over at our Facebook page, and whatever ideas you have, we would love to hear them.
Yeah.
All right, it is time now for our Patreon bonus story.
Stories.
I just want to remind everyone that our Patreon patrons have allowed us to do more. So we're able to give back by doing more stories for just them. So if
right.
you're interested, you can head over to patreon.com, support us for as little as $1 a month, and you're going to be getting
a lot of stories.
What are we
this
doing?
week.
Like 6, 7?
I think so.
So
I lost count.
So why don't you head over there and check it out?
All right, it's time to do our Patreon shout-outs to people who give us $5 or more a month on Patreon. You guys are freaking awesome. And here you are. Steve Both,
George Lunsgaard,
Rolf Hammeras,
Andreas Musing,
Jocelyn Forestier,
William Perry Killam,
Preston Noonan.
James H. Callwood.
Thank you, guys. It's amazing how much support you guys are giving us, and it's allowing us to do what we think pretty cool things. So thank you so much. All right, it's time for Elon's Tweet of the Week.
Yes, we've covered a lot of tweets already this week, and this is just another one. This one comes to us from Marquise Brownlee. He sent a tweet over to Elon. He said, Elon, quick question. Has it been confirmed anywhere that the Roadster 2020 will have autopilot? I kind of assumed it will, but haven't seen it mentioned anywhere.
And Elon said, definitely. We'll also have augmented mode that will massively enhance human driving ability, like a flying metal suit, but in car form.
He doesn't talk like that.
I know, but I had to read it like that.
Okay. Augmented mode?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so we just learned that our car is going to get a SpaceX option package.
It's going to get rockets.
Now it's getting augmented mode. What the heck is that?
So,
Is that a heads-up display?
I think it's more than that.
I mean, it's going to be like a flying metal suit.
So here's what I think.
What is he talking about?
I think that it's going to, because you have the autopilot and all this stuff, it's going to know where the road is going, right? And stuff like this. Yeah. So when you're driving and you're going at, I guess, Mach 3 or whatever, with your rocket pack.
So it's Mach 3 autopilot.
No, it's not. You're not going Mach 3. But, you're driving insanely fast and it's insanely
so it's
ridiculous
insane
car.
autopilot.
Plaid.
Plaid autopilot.
Plaid autopilot. When you're driving like that and you're driving really fast and you're not a trained professional driver, I think that this is going to take your dumb human slow inputs and it's going to fix them and not make them cool, make sure you don't die. I think it's going to keep you on the track, is my guess.
I think it's a really cool heads-up display that's going to give you all kinds of information about what's going on in front of you.
So it's sort of like a Terminator view.
I wasn't even thinking of that, but now I want it.
I mean, I think it'll definitely have that.
Terminator view.
No, but I mean, think about like if you're like, oh, I have to turn left, and you turn right, and then it's just like, oh, I need to turn left. Or if you didn't turn enough, and then it fixes it, and then it also like shoots a rocket just so you can like...
I need a nap because all of these tweets are just blowing
my mind. So, yes. But hey, it'll also have autopilot.
Wow.
Awesome. All right, it is time now for Community Mail Time.
All right, our friend Pascal in Switzerland sent us these pictures of a billboard for hybrids that he passed. And then, as he kept driving along the road, he passed this sign for a Audi that says it's going to be 100% electric.
The world is changing in front of our very eyes, everybody.
Now, there's some guy that predicted this.
Was it Albert Einstein?
Was it David Hasselhoff? Remember, 30 years ago, my friends, when you watched Knight Rider, he would do this. Kit, I need you. And he'd talk into his watch, and his autonomous driving car would come. He would summon it.
Oh.
He was...
So, and now we can do that, is what you're saying.
Pretty close.
We're really close.
Really close, yeah. What a pioneer. This is from our friend Ruben in Germany. Thank you, Ruben.
Scientific pioneer, David Hasselhoff.
All right, this next picture, Jesse. Guess where I parked, Sparky?
Whoa, why'd you park? Whoa, careful. Why? How did you even get out? How did you get out of that car?
It's pretty amazing,
to take that picture. Where did you even take this picture?
Chicago.
When were you there?
It wasn't me. It was my friend Petre. This is his die-cast model of the Model X, and it's on his railing.
I totally bought it.
Yeah.
I really thought that was a real car.
Isn't that cool?
For at least 30 seconds.
Yeah. It's such a good die-cast model, isn't it?
It's such a good die-cast model. It's such a good picture, too.
Yeah. Our friend Jeffrey sent us this. This is a picture of the next-gen Tesla Roadster. This must be Franz's because it's sitting outside of the Tesla shareholder meeting that took place on June 5th. And I'm guessing that it's a prototype, but also, Jeffrey pointed out, there's no frunk.
First of all, this thing looks like a spaceship.
Oh my God, it looks so cool.
If I had a spaceship that looked like that, I'd be like, this is the coolest spaceship
Can you imagine
I've
that Franz
ever had.
drove it there? I mean, you're just like, I'm going to the meeting.
Yeah.
Anyone want to hop in?
Yeah. We'll get there before anyone else.
Let's test the rockets.
So it doesn't appear to have a frunk. Now, it is still a prototype, so my guess is that...
You think I think there's so much cool augmented stuff in the car, there might not be a frunk.
Probably you don't need a frunk.
I'm not going to demand a frunk. I'm not going to demand that.
You don't buy a car like that for the frunk space.
No, I don't. Exactly. All right, time for our Supercharger review video. Take it away.
Hi guys, this is a quick review of the Supercharger in Flachau, Salzburg, Austria. This Supercharger has 18 stalls and is in summer, as you can see, pretty empty because it's a winter tourism area. And also the home of Hermann Maier. But in summer there are a ton of things to see. Here's a big playground for the kids with a lot of other cool things. Also there are some restaurants and a bar where you can get something to drink, to eat and some snacks. At least I want to mention the dry toboggan run on the back. All in all, I will give this a 9 out of 10 because it's pretty near to the motorway. Keep doing the great work. See you guys.
Hello, Zach and Jesse. This is Omar from South Carolina, stopping at the London, Kentucky Supercharger. It is a 6-stall charger, and it is very accessible off the highway. You can just see it right over there. It's right in the parking lot of the London, Kentucky Information Center. There's a McDonald's, a Randolph's, some hotels, there's a Cheddar's, and a Buffalo Wild Wings just over there. Receives high marks for accessibility. The variety of food is pretty much on par with any other highway traffic stop, so I would give this a pretty easy 6 or 7 stars out of 10. Thanks.
Hey, Zach and Jesse coming at you from Mauston, Wisconsin. This is a 6-stall in behind a Culver's, which is a restaurant. They're big here in the Midwest, Wisconsin. Right down the street a little bit, you can see a McDonald's. Across the street, you have a truck stop with a Denny's in it and a Pizza Hut. A little bit further down the street, you have a Subway. And for those of you like me who like to exercise, there's a Snap 24-hour fitness right over this way. So this this Supercharger stall is unique. I've never seen it before, but it actually has red painted lines in the ground there. So just want to come at you, get an update here from Mauston, Wisconsin. Have a great day.
So, now you know.
Wow.
Awesome. I love them.
Yes. Just remember that you can make your own. Head over to any Supercharger or destination charger and take out your phone, flip it to landscape mode, of course, record a minute, go to our website, nowyouknowchannel.com, and upload it to the ever-growing list.
And we might feature it here on the show.
Yes. So head over and do that.
All right, it's time for new Superchargers that have gone online this week. What do we got, Jess?
Did you know that Tesla has installed over 10,000 Supercharger stalls?
That's crazy. That would be like having a SpaceX option package for a Tesla Roadster. Just doesn't seem possible.
Right, you are, Ken. All right, so to start off, this week, Tesla installed an 8-stall urban supercharger in New Rochelle, New York.
Number 528 in the USA is an 8-stall in Claymont, Delaware.
Number 404 in Europe is the 8-stall in Andalsnes, Norway.
There's a 14-stall urban supercharger in San Bernardino, California.
Number 49 in Canada and 1,273 in the world is the 20-stall in Belleville, Ontario.
Right you are, Ken.
I just want to remind everyone that this new SpaceX option package is going to be in our Roadster.
Wait, so that means that everyone who's used our referral code is going to get to ride in the SpaceX augmented rocket Roadster.
Yeah. So if you are interested in buying a Model S or X and want a ride in a
rocket Roadster
spaceship, if you want to ride in a land spaceship,
10 thrusters,
just use our referral code to buy your Model S or Model X,
and we will come meet you.
We'll come meet you,
give you a ride
in a spaceship.
That's crazy.
Pretty fun, right? Pretty fun stuff. No one else, by the way.
Does it mean I'm going to be the captain? It's a spaceship.
It is a spaceship.
Can I marry people?
I think you're a pilot, actually. I think it's more of like a space boat. It's a space boat because it's small.
I'm Commander Zach.
Sure, you could be Commander.
I love it.
So yeah, if you want a chance to ride, or if you want to ride in this car, you just have to use our referral code.
Yeah. Who else is doing that?
Let me just check. Let me just check the list over here. Nobody. No one else. So,
no one.
Unless you want to buy the car, which is totally up to you. Just use our link. Also, I want to point out that if you want to support the show, if like you can't afford to buy a Model S or X, which is completely understandable, but you want to support the show, you can head over to Amazon, use our referral link down there, and whatever you're buying on Amazon, a small bit of it will actually go to supporting
people have
the show.
contacted me in the past few weeks and they said, I tried it and it didn't work. It actually works. It's just so simple that it doesn't seem like it's working. You just click on it, buy your stuff. It's not going to say anywhere that anything happened. It's just miraculously Amazon's going to put a few pennies in our account.
Magic.
So yeah. So,
And you know, every little bit counts, because I mean, keep in mind that we're
we
not
got to
just,
get a truck.
We got to
get
a truck.
the semi truck.
We have to get a semi
We got to get the
truck.
semi to put the rocket into.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, we have podcasts. I mean, this show is a podcast.
Yes.
In different places.
Right.
If you are listening, if you are just listening to my voice and you don't see what I'm doing with my hands right now, then please leave a review on whatever you're listening to.
Yeah, it really helps us to spread the show if you'll go to like Apple Podcasts or whatever and review the show.
Right, because then someone who you've never met before will start watching the show and maybe they'll like it.
That's right.
Also, Evoto has merch.
You like this boring mug?
Like this cool
it's kind of
mug.
boring.
But
Also, cool. Grab me that.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
these beautiful
Posters
posters
and framed
available
posters.
on Evoto, and we can get you this kind of a deal.
Yeah. If you use Now You Know, all one word, promo,
All
either
caps.
it can be lowercase too.
Okay.
Now You Know is the promo, and you get 15% off. So there's boring bags, there's framed posters, there's boring mugs, there's cool T-shirts. So head on over to Evoto.
They're awesome.
They're the best. And if you need a rental up in Canada, Montreal, they're the guys to go to.
Right.
So do it.
Also, by the way, if you're a Tesla employee, remember 2 free posters. Not just this one. We have
Lots of cool
thousands
ones.
of posters
Yeah.
to choose from. We made them all.
Yeah.
We made them all ourselves. So if you want a little something that Zach and Jesse have made, was it Zach or Jesse or other artists?
Yeah, including Bobby.
Include Bobby.
Fantastic artist.
Brent will probably put them in the tube and ship them to you. You know? So, I mean, it's the whole team.
Right.
You're helping to support the whole team. Tesla employees, you get 2 free ones because you're freaking awesome. That also goes for SpaceX,
Boring Company,
Neuralink. If your boss is Elon Musk, you get 2
Elon
free
signs your
posters.
checks. That's right.
So, all right. Thank you so much for watching this show, everybody. We do it every week. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Now you know.